Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Moxie Pod. I'm Sonia, and this is Sarah. Together, we have a cerebral palsy podcast where we have a very open discussion about CP, talking everything about it, the challenges, the good, the funny, and the achievements. Let's start building a better mindset together.
Thanks, Sonia. Yeah, today I think we're just gonna chat about, I finally got my neck checked out, that
About
stuff,
time.
what's going on with that, and I kind of want to talk about what we've been doing with the podcast, how we've kind of transpired into what we are now, things we like, things we didn't like, and kind of updates on what's been going on with us. So, my neck. Okay, so I've had this neck pain for a month, maybe
Wow, I feel
more
so
now.
bad.
So I I can't describe to you what it's doing to me. Like night after night, I'm in pain. I wake up
Oh,
in pain. So
wow.
my I'm so lethargic during the day, and
Oh, because you
my
can't sleep, right?
yeah, my energy is depleting the longer this goes on, and I'm not working out like I want to. I feel uncomfortable in my body. I don't feel healthy. I don't feel on top of things. And then on top of it, I'm trying to do what's best for Addie and try to make her a good person every day. That's my goal.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. So I've been a little bit depressed with it because it's been going up. It keeps going up, right? This
Yeah,
pain in
that's
my neck is like stifling my life. So I made an appointment with my orthopedic doctor. That's all I could think of for my shoulder.
yeah.
And it took a month to get into him. I was hoping that this neck pain would subside by then, so then
Right.
I could cancel it and be happy go lucky
That would have been
there.
so good. Just been
Yeah,
like, leave it all behind. Wait, so
that
it's like consistent. Like it's not gone at all. It's not
no,
at least
no.
lessened.
And
It's like,
some days the pain is not that bad, and some days it's horrible.
oh my
So I
God.
don't know what that is either, right?
So day by day it varies.
Yeah, so I finally got to see him, and he kind of touched my neck a little bit. I think he seen that it was not protruding, but popping some inflammation. So
Oh God.
so he put that in his note, and he's like, "Well, what do you take for pain management?" I'm like, well, I take my muscle relaxer, and that's about it. I was taking a ton of Aleve, Tylenol,
Oh
all
God.
that, but
Yeah.
it made me even more tired. So
And it
I'm
didn't
like,
help the pain, so it just made
it,
you tired.
it didn't, no, it didn't help the pain at all. So I'm like, here I am thinking I'm gonna maybe just numb this pain, and it did nothing, and it messed me
Oh my
up
God.
even more, so I told him, nothing. I take my back with it. That's for my CP, though. That's
Yeah.
not for my pain. So he's like, oh, I see. And he didn't offer anything else. I'm like, okay.
Wow, star doctor.
So he was like, 3 things we're gonna do. So they took an x-ray in my neck. And I don't know if they probably didn't see anything because I'm sure it's nothing to do with my bone. So they
Maybe
did
you
that.
should call them and ask what are the results.
I have the app though, so I can look on my app and
Oh,
read,
my chart?
yeah, my chart. So I'll do that eventually today. But
Eventually.
and then he said I'm gonna go to PT for 2 to 3 times a week for 6 weeks.
Oh God.
So I'm very excited for that. I love PT. I love
It's
what
so
they teach me. And no matter what, no matter how many times I go, I always learn something new. So,
Mhm.
and I love the printouts they give you because you can keep those forever and like keep working on the issue way past here, six
Yeah,
weeks.
it's timeless.
So, and then he told me I have to, oh wait, let me read it. He's like, I have to make a referral with the PMR doctor. And I'm like, okay. And he
Fancy.
said it so fast. So I'm gonna read it off to you guys because I Googled it.
Like he should offer explanations and stuff.
He did, and he like did it in such a doctor way. I'm like, just
Oh
like
good.
we talked about with Brianna. Just
Right,
like
like
that,
dumb it down to the average
the same
citizen.
exact thing happened. And then he's like talking to me about my shoulder, and he's like, "Oh yeah, those injections they really work good, right?" I'm like, "No, I'm sure you don't remember, but you have to written it down that a month after the injection it hurt again. And you told me about pain management." And
Oh
he's
my
like,
God, he
"Oh
doesn't even know
yeah."
your case. He can't keep track of your notes.
And I mean, he sees a lot of people. So I'm
Right,
not.
but he's not doing his job properly still. Like that, he should be able to manage that. That's part of being a doctor.
Yeah, well, he's alright. I can't be too mad at him, but yeah. So that yeah. But a PMNR is physical medicine and rehabilitation. Okay, now I remember. So instead of taking pain meds, they help you with pain management.
That's
And
better.
and because of like my shoulder and my neck, I think that's why he sent me there. So
Mhm.
it's not necessarily a neck specialist, but he specializes in helping you rehab the issues in your body, so you don't have to take, like pharmaceutical type painkillers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Or
better.
so or so that's how I read it and recognized that. Maybe it's not that at all, but I think that's what it is. But he's like, start your PT now because it's gonna take like 3 months to see this doctor. And so I'm like, wow,
No.
that's a long time.
There's no way they can't get you in sooner. Oh
So
my God.
I shit you not. I shit you not. I have an appointment August 25th.
Literally like almost 4 months. Oh my
So,
God.
guys, pray for me because I, I'll be
It just
alright,
seems like
guys.
they're so lazy fair. Like they're just like, okay, it is what it is. We're not gonna actively be involved. Like, screw you.
I
This is what
can
we
cry
do.
right now, but you know what? I won't. So I will be going there in August, hopefully, and I'll update you guys
Please.
on how that goes. But anyways, I'm very excited to start PD, and because I think it'll be great to talk about on the pod too,
Yeah.
because we can see how much it changed, if it helps me, maybe it'll be really great for me, and you guys
That'd
can see the changes as they go, as the days, weeks pass, whatever. So, that's my next shit. That's literally what I put on the notes. My next shit. That's
well, it is shitty. That is for sure. Yours. Wait, how can This is gonna sound so stupid, but how does PT like help with a neck problem? Like, you can't really stretch your neck, can you?
Oh yeah, you certainly can. And
Oh.
so I've been going to the sauna at my gym because
Oh, that sounds so
I've
nice.
been trying to work out whatever I can. It's very minimal because it hurts a lot, and I don't want to ruin it more. I don't want to make things worse. Definitely.
Right, trying to make things
So
better.
I've been trying to like do neck rolls, you know, from yoga
Oh,
in
yeah.
the sauna. Just trying to like eat the muscle. I don't even know if it's a muscle at this point, but I'm just trying to do anything I can. But I know there's ways to work your neck because your neck
Wow.
is like so vulnerable and
It
stuff,
is.
especially if it is weak. So I bet I'll learn some really good things.
No, that would be such good techniques that you can, like how you're saying, carry for decades.
And I went to the actual place I'm going to PT, and they seem really, really nice. Like
Oh,
I
that's so
had a
nice.
yeah, I had a paper referral because
Mm-hmm.
where I see my doctor is pretty far away from me. I'd have to go like half
Oh,
an
got it.
hour to go to PT. I'm like, hey,
No.
can you just what can I do to like get it closer? Find
Yeah.
somewhere closer. So he wrote me a script, so I just had to go send that to the actual place. And then
Right,
they were
right.
able to photocopy it and now it can make appointments. So
When is it?
I don't know yet. They have to make sure everything lined up, like
Oh,
all my referral stuff, and then they'll call me. But what's great is this place is closed and
that's
they close at 7, which
oh,
means I can go after Mike gets home from work. I won't have to take Annie with me, which
yeah.
I'm sure will be much easier for me and for them. you
Right,
know.
because then like they would have to keep her entertained because I don't really know if you could bring her back. That would be such a pain.
Yeah, like she would have to sit somewhere and watch me. Yeah, like a
Mm.
3-year-old is gonna do
Yeah,
that,
it's just
right?
not
So,
practical, but here now Mike can just watch
yeah.
her.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the stuff about my neck, which is fine. Whatever.
No,
Anyways,
it's not, but
yeah, we'll move on. So what I kind of want to talk to you about is the highlights of the podcast since we
mhm.
first started. And I think there's been so many that
Yeah,
are like unintentional. Like I never thought we'd have such a great connection.
that's the best part, in my
Right, it
opinion.
is. It is. It's the absolute best part. Which makes me believe that we don't have to strive to be like everyone else. Because
Hmm.
we're not like everyone else. We are different. Okay. And there's other people that have the same, you know, difficulties as we do. And it's nice to talk to someone that understands what we're going through. It's
Yeah.
something I never thought ever that I would have in my life. And now that I have it, it's amazing. I would never want to lose what we have or the people we've met. They're
Yes.
incredible. They're so
Mhm.
sweet. They're
Yes.
smart. They're funny. I mean, they have such, desires and their own personal accomplishments. That's been such a highlight. I love meeting these new people, and I am so nervous every time we do it. Like
Same.
that tells me I should keep going. I
Right. When
should
you're
keep,
uncomfortable, that means you're growing.
yeah. And I mean, sometimes I get so in my head, and I think just like telling my family members
Mm.
specifically about the podcast.
Yeah.
I realize it's just maybe maybe this is my purpose. even though it's not something I ever thought would be my purpose, maybe it is.
It is your purpose. You're so well spoken. Your experiences are
No,
relatable. And I think that's such a beautiful thing to put out there. You're very
I
eloquent, to say the least.
no, I cannot take a compliment.
No, you can't. You're always like, no, don't deny it. Accept it.
I cannot. I don't know what it is.
Bro, it's like past trauma because I'm like the same way. And I've heard it's like, I don't know. It's like something that it's because you've experienced, like you feel
Yeah.
undeserving of it almost. I don't know if that's the case with you.
No, yeah. I think people in my family have kind of pushed aside the disability and
Mm.
ignored it to the point where they were like, oh, you're the best there. Like, too much, you know what I
Like,
mean?
because they wanted you to be normal so bad?
Right, just too
Or
much. Oh,
no?
you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so, smart, which I'm not.
But you
Like,
are all
I'm
of those things, but the
average
disability is
at
also
best.
part of it.
Yeah,
Wait, sorry, what?
I'm average at best.
No, don't say
Yeah,
that.
I am. I know I am. I know, like, you are just the way you carry yourself and how you're doing this at such a young age, you far surpass me totally. And
Mm.
I know where I stand, and I'm cool with it. I don't know. I just cannot take a compliment.
I think
No.
it's good that you've self-accepted, but you're not giving yourself enough credit. Like,
Uh, I
just
think I am.
people grow differently. Like, I don't think I'm all that you make me out to be, but even if I am as you proclaim and you weren't at 20, it's like, but hey, you're there now, and that's what matters. It's like, it's about who you are now. It's
Yes, you're right. You're right. I do get stuck in the past. And I think a lot about like, oh God, if I didn't do that, I should have took
I do
that
that too.
opportunity. I do that a lot, and I also got stop that too. But
That's human nature. I feel like we
yeah,
ruminate a lot. It's hard to acknowledge the good things, our accomplishments. I feel like we tend to always focus on the negative things and like
hmm
our mistakes. Like all of this could have been avoided. Oh shit,
hmm
I passed up that opportunity. And it's like we don't take a moment to realize, but I have this. I did
hmm
that.
yes,
It's so easy to be critical of yourself. I fully
yes,
relate to
yes, it
that.
is. It's no matter where you are in life,
Mhm.
what degree of disability you have, I think it's easy to criticize yourself. Very
Yeah.
easy.
I agree. It doesn't matter the extent that your disability inhibits you. Someone who has it much more milder than us or much more severe, like I feel like it's a shared feeling, shared thoughts that we all undergo.
Yes. What are some highlights for you besides like us meeting? Because obviously that's top tier. But
Yeah,
what
number
other
one.
stuff?
But there's so much good to this. Like you said, the guest. I love that people love what we're doing. And I just love like when people want to come on here. I think that takes a lot of courage and I really
Yeah.
appreciate their honesty, vulnerability, and I love hearing people's stories. I know I'm a yapper, but at the same time, I love listening to people. I think people's experiences, regardless of where they are in life, and by like society standards, or they might think themselves that they're not successful. I
Mhm.
still love hearing it. You don't have to have millions of dollars. You don't have to be a CEO to be successful. It's like you've still accomplished something. You've had these struggles that you've overcome, and especially with having CP, it's like daily wins are mean so much. The fact that you're able to live is so cool. And so sorry, I just went on like a whole, but I
No, I
love
love
hearing
it. Yeah.
whatever it is people have to say, and I feel like it's really opened my eyes to just some advice dealing with CP or like how we did the adaptations. There are
hmm
some that I never have heard of, and I'm literally gonna go to a shoe hospital like before my internship starts. And yeah, I just like I feel like I've learned so much, and I love that that, like, we've created, like, the safe space, like, where I can, like, actually, like it has been so hard for me to talk about my disability because I feel like I'm surrounded by able-bodied people, which is good. I feel like you shouldn't, like, limit yourself to not being around them,
Mhm.
but it's like I feel like I can share my experiences, and it's not that they won't judge, but it's just like you feel more understood. It's not embarrassing, which I mean, it should
Mhm.
be embarrassing, but it's more comfortable because someone like actually will understand better, So I just love how we can talk about these things very openly, which is much harder for me to do in my personal life.
Yes, I agree. Like stepping into a room full of able-bodied people and having the speaker like show how you walk or
Oh, I can't
whatever,
stand that.
it's just a weight a weight that will crush you. Say you
Mhm.
walk into a room with 100 uh disabled people of all different functions. It's like, oh, it's relieving. It's two sides of the spectrum there. So yeah,
It's almost like you're walking into hell and then into home. I mean, that's, like,
yes,
exaggerated, but, like, I wanted
no,
to
it's
ask you,
perfect.
how do you like you said when you're, like, walking into a room, but, like, when you, like, personally notice how you walk, like, say you see it in a mirror or on, like, video, like, are you, like, insecure of that, or is that just something, like, that you kind of just accepted?
Let's see. I think I'm still insecure about it. Also, like here's an example. I like want wearing heels, but like typically like boots, like heel boots, like combat heel boots. So they're like one of my favorite thing to wear. And
Oh,
one
I
time
see.
when I was like in high school, I had these on and I was walking with my mom, just we were going shopping. And
Right.
this lady was like, "Oh no, that's not how you walk in heels." And I'm like,
Ah,
uh,
why is she trying?
but
I can't stand
she
people like
she didn't know I was disabled. She just thought, "Oh, she's having trouble walking in these heels."
but even then
So, yeah, even that. But so I do tend to think about that every time I'm like walking in the heels, especially like when I think someone behind me. I'm always conscious
Mhm.
of the fact, that, oh yeah, they probably noticed me walking that way. Other times I'm in different moods too. My mood really like not tell me, but my mood dictates how I will approach the day, if
Yeah,
that makes sense. Like,
no,
if I'm in a
100%.
great mood, I don't care what people think you're doing.
Yeah.
Unless they're like being assholes and they say something really rude. Even if people look at me, I'm like, oh yeah, look, whatever. But
Mhm.
if I'm in a bad mood and I'm not feeling great about myself, I I cherry pick what I see, I think, and I kind of respond to the bad when I shouldn't. So I let those things get to me. And I'm realizing now that the long answer to your to your question, but I guess it does depend on my mood. If I let it get to me or if I don't.
No, I think that I got like, wow, I never even thought of it like that, but it is so true. It really depends on the day and your mood. I feel like when you're in a better mood, it's like things affect you less because you're like, I don't know, happy.
Yeah.
The serotonin is flowing. And then when you're already in a shitty mood, it's like, well, that shit hurts. And
I want to know about your
oh, go ahead.
internship before I forget, though. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, yeah. Open book. Go ahead.
Okay. So, have you talked to your HR rep about your accommodation yet, or did you do that whole thing yet?
I have not because I just signed the offer letter last week, and then they have such a thorough background check for interns. It's actually insane. It was like this long ass thing online. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm done. but then it's like I had to go get a drug screening and that had to be done like within 3 days of when they sent out that email. And then now I have my fingerprinting on Friday and stuff. And so I'm just waiting for that all to be processed. And I'm
Okay.
hoping it'll be by next week because I don't want to tell them like so last minute. But I don't know, for some reason, I just want to wait until the background's check. I'm finally gotten the courage to actually say something. Before I was so scared, but I just want to make sure everything. I mean, I know I did sign an offer letter and that does mean it's finalized, but for some reason, I
Mhm.
just want to wait until the background check is fully processed and completed.
Okay. And can I ask what you are gonna ask for? Like what accommodation is specifically?
Yeah, I mean, for right now, the only one is because of my vision. I want to see if they can make like zoom in the screen, the icons, like everything. Like I know
Mhm.
I was gonna use Excel, so I don't know if somehow they can make like the menu on the top bigger, the box, the numbers that show in the box bigger,
Mhm.
and just stuff like that. And then like the mouse, like that shows up on the screen, not the physical mouse. If they
Mhm.
could make that bigger and change the color from white to like black or blue, like any color but white, because most goddamn things on the screen are white. So for me,
Mhm. You're
I really
right.
need color contrast that also helps my vision. And
Okay.
so those are the only two things I can think of right now.
Okay. And what will you be doing? Yeah, do you know yet? Or are you kind of like walking in blind, sort of?
It is an HR internship. They said I'm going to be working mainly in the talent acquisition side. So just with the HRIS system, they said I'm going to be putting together a lot of job descriptions, but I'm sure I don't know. I'm sure there's more because then they also said that they want to give me the full range of HR.
So maybe slowly ease you into it, something like
Oh
that.
God, I hope. No, I hope they slowly ease me into it. They didn't say that, but I would hope that they wouldn't just barcade me day one and it's like, do this shit, do that shit. And I hope they like really focus on training me because I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I don't know shit. Like, I don't, and tech is not my strong point. And obviously nowadays everything's so digitalized. Like, I'm like low key scared about that.
I think you'll do great. I think you're very in depth with that. I think I
You're
think you'll be fine. But I agree, like the training I got for my job was ridiculous. It didn't have to do
Oh my God.
anything to do with what I was
What
doing.
type of training was it?
It
Like,
was all online videos and
oh,
you
that's the
get
most useless form.
I was zoned out after like 10 minutes.
Right, because it's like you're watching a video, you're not having to actively be involved, it feels
Yeah.
like. People, they just want you to already be trained when you join. Like, they don't, it's like nobody actually wants to take the time to teach you. They just shove videos down your throat and are like, but that's so, so uninteractive. Oh my God, I
But
am.
I got the opportunity to train another coworker while I was working, and I
Oh,
took
cool.
it slow, and I was super kind, and I
Good.
realized, God, if I only had this, if I
Right.
only did, yeah. So
Makes it so much easier. No, the training programs nowadays are so bad. That's so nice of you to actually take the time to train them. I'm
yeah,
sure they appreciated that.
mm, I hope so. They're cool. I still kind of talk to them, but yeah.
Oh, you do? Like your
Mhm.
friends on Facebook or
Yeah, they're
oh,
very
that's so
sweet.
nice to keep in
Mm.
touch. At
Mhm.
least
One thing I would like to do, I think, so we kind of transitioned from like episode 1, now this will be 18. We
isn't that
kind of
crazy?
went from like okay, we had to kind of introduce ourselves and all that, kind of like talk about what we're doing here, why we're doing the podcast and all that. And
Yeah.
I think if anyone asks or reach out to us, I would love to explain it more. I could talk about it over and over again because
Same.
I think it's important, right? But
Me too.
I think what we're leaning toward more is interviews and having guest spots and letting people air their or share their story but it's,
Yeah.
as we know, people with CP, it's more than just their story. It's
Mhm.
current things too, what they're doing now.
Mhm.
Like Brianna, how she has this whole wonderful blog for people with disabilities. Like that is what I'm learning is what I think this podcast needs. Like more people with disabilities coming on here, being brave, being their true selves, and like telling us what's going on with their lives and how we got to this point. What do you think?
100% agree with that. I love guest episodes, and I feel like yeah, we can tell you all of our experiences, which is so fun, and I want to share them. But it's good to have so many different perspectives because, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you get mine and Sarah's, but we're only two individuals with CP, and as we've discussed, CP is such an astronomical range that we cannot cover because we don't have that type of CP. So I really, and it's like we're two people, we have our lives, and yeah,
Mhm.
mine and Sarah's lives are totally different. But then
Mhm.
there's so many other people with CP that have different lives, like how yeah, Brianna is a journalist and she does this really cool blog, makes art, and then how we talked to Joy, who is a lawyer. It's like that is so
Yeah.
cool to see. And then Jenko did powerlifting. Like, look at that. Like,
Yeah.
guests can cover and share so much more than we can. Like,
And let's not forget our first guest, our Jonathan
yes.
and Allison.
Yeah.
So great. Me and Sonia, sorry. I've been reaching out to people to be on the show too, and we're not getting a ton of feedback. We're gonna
No,
keep
we've
trying,
submitted.
but I think that I mean, I think we should still have these topics we discuss because we all learn more stuff, and we can always gain to learn more stuff. But I think interviewing has been so fun, so
Yeah.
rewarding, and I think other people are responding well to it as well.
Yeah, I feel like I've been looking into those are our most popular episodes, it seems. And I think, yeah, it's cool for viewers to see. And I think it's really cool for the person who comes on. I think it's so cool and it's exciting for them to share.
Yes, I agree. Something I did recently is apart from the podcast. I did a HIE walk, and so my friend had a had a baby about 18 months ago, and
Nice.
he was diagnosed with HIE. And I'm gonna look it up really quick because I don't want to
Yeah,
get
I've
this
never heard of
wrong.
that. I don't mean to be ignorant, but I've never heard of that.
No, yeah. Let me go really quick.
Yeah, it's just crazy how many different.
And it's like CP, but it's not.
Okay. Similar, I guess, maybe.
Um, a brain injury caused by lack of oxygen and
Like CP.
blood flow, often occurring around the time of birth. So he was diagnosed with this, and there's a lot of other symptoms that come with it, like vision, hearing. It's kind of
Oh.
reminds me of CP, but I don't
Yeah,
want
it
to.
does. And it's
It
the
does.
same cause.
Yeah, and I know was diagnosed with low tone also.
Okay.
He is he's walking though now, so that's
Good.
really great. So they did this walk for like Hope for HIE, and I really enjoyed doing that. Every year I do an MS walk for my sister-in-law who
I
has
love that you do
MS,
that.
and I realized I don't think there's any walks for CP.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. CP
And
doesn't get a lot of recognition.
maybe, but I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should start something because Illinois is it's a big state and it has the city of Chicago. I
Mhm.
think I was thinking about maybe starting a walk for CP.
I love that. You
And that-
should. That's so empowering. You need to start that somehow.
yeah, I really want to. That's just something I've been thinking about. So, was there anything else you want to talk about this episode?
Um, I'm trying to think. I just wish we knew how to like market it better. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so here we go. If anyone is good at
back to this.
marketing, can you give us a jingle? Can
Please,
you?
little plug. It's like,
Yeah.
how do we get this out there? Like,
I mean, here's how I see it. This podcast is not gonna be for everyone, and I
yeah,
know that, and you know that.
definitely.
And we want. I don't care if anyone see that, but I think if you have CB and you want to connect and you want to talk about it, learn more about it, find more people that have it, this is where you want to be. I
Yeah,
mean, if you
literally.
want to like have a friend with CP, come, we'll be your friend.
Literally, CP friends are the best. We're your CP friends, as we say.
Yeah. Do I think this is gonna be popular? I don't think.
No, because we already have such a narrow market
Yes.
and then it's like outreaching it to that small amount.
But needless to say, I'm very happy doing it. I mean, I find joy in, even though this is so, like, anybody in the world could see this right now. I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question?
Very important, okay?
Okay, I'm all ears.
Who was your high school celebrity crush? I have to know.
That was
Very important.
very serious, but here we are giggling with my
Yeah.
high school I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god, this sounds like a cop out answer, but I don't really. How can you have a crush on a celebrity
Okay.
that you don't?
How about this? Your first celebrity crush. Like the first crush you had that was a celeb.
I just okay, wait, let me explain. I'll tell you who it was in high school, but it's not like because of that. Like I
Okay.
think you can't have like a real crush on a celebrity because at least for me, like personality weighs way more than like looks. Like I do appreciate a good looking man. Like I don't want to like obviously they have to be good looking, but like you don't truly know them, I feel, because you just see what they want you to see, what they post online. You don't see them in bad
Right.
situations. You don't know them. You don't get to talk to them. So I've never really had a celebrity crush. Like I'm not judging, but I've never been like a girl who's like thirsting over a celebrity, reads all these Wattpads, has all these fantasies.
See?
Like
That's what that's exactly what I mean when I say you far surpassed me.
early high school, mid high school, I would say Shawn Mendes was so hot. Like I was like, oh my god.
I don't know.
Who is yours?
I don't even know who that is.
You
Okay.
don't know Shawn Mendes? No, look a picture. You need to look a picture of him up.
I'm sure he's the cutest.
He's like a pop star. Like
Oh, okay.
a lot
You
of girls
think
found him hot. Like
okay.
he's basically like the basic white boy that's actually hot. Like I don't know.
Okay. Cause you know how they say like Timothy Chalamet is so good looking?
Wait,
Like
who?
Timothy Chalamet.
I've heard of him, but I don't know what he looks like.
He looks like a man child
Oh,
to
and he's
me.
good looking?
No, he's not. That's my
Oh,
point. I'm like, I don't see it.
yeah,
Who is
no.
mine though?
People
Let
have
me
weird
think.
tastes. I'm like, how do you find them attractive? Like, no judgment, but it's like, oh, like it literally looks like a predator. And so, who is yours?
Um, this is gonna show how old I am. Okay, you ready?
No, go, please, yeah.
So, the Mummy, the original, like Brendan Fraser, man, like he was the cutest thing to me.
I've never even heard of him. Oh my God, I need to look him up.
That's what I mean. I'm so old.
Oh, I need to look him up. Oh my God, Brendan
You're so
Fraser.
young that I don't know who Shawn Mendes is. And I'm so old, you don't know who Brendan Fraser is. But
The
he's,
generational gap is
Yes.
finally showing.
yes, it is. It's funny.
I'm shocked you don't know who Shawn Mendes is. Oh my God.
I think
But
I
I guess you're
kind
also shocked that I don't know who Brendan Fraser is.
I think I kind of know who he is.
I'm sure
Now that
if
I
you heard a
think
couple
about
of his
it.
songs, you would recognize his songs. Like they're really popular songs.
I bet I would. I think it's coming back to me. He's brunette, right?
Yeah,
Got
he has really
brown
dark hair.
hair. He is a kitty.
There we go.
There we
Yeah, I'm like, how
go.
can you not find that guy hot?
Who else? I think. Do you know who Henry Cavill is?
No.
To me, he's like, whew, the man.
Wow. The sweat is running.
Yes. To me, he's like perfection.
Oh my God, you need to meet him.
Yeah. Maybe I can do a make a wish. Do you know any Spanish?
I'm taking Spanish right now in school.
We talked about this, didn't we? It would
I'm
be
gonna be
on or
honest, I have
something.
not learned shit. Like low key, I'm like, I feel like I'm just as illiterate as.
Yo,
Do you know any Spanish?
no. I know a little bit, but like not
You probably know
even
more than me.
enough to get me by. Like, donde ir al baño? Like,
That's the
where's-
most important. Gotta let that bladder loose.
Yes, I agree.
And I know tango hombre. I'm hungry. I'm like those are
Hombre.
2 phrases.
I thought hombre was like brother or something.
Wait, maybe it's man. Wait, hombre is also shit. Oh my God.
Beber? Isn't beber to drink?
Yeah, but bears to drink. Comer is to eat.
Yeah, comer.
So like yo quiero comida. I want food.
Yeah, comida.
That could be wrong. Comida. Wait,
Okay.
how did you say where's the bathroom? Not me forgetting that.
Donde ir? No, wait. Tango. Shit.
Shit.
I only know it when I don't think about it. You know
Yeah, just
what I
get-
mean?
Don't they Scott El Baño maybe? Or no?
No.
Oops.
Ted.
Don't they ir El Baño? Oh,
Donde ir al baño? I don't know now.
yeah, now we don't know.
lost
It's
it.
gone.
No,
No
just
bathroom for you.
I just have to say al baño. Okay.
El Baño, you say El Baño and they'll be like, oh, okay.
It says HIE is NCP are related, but they're not the same.
What's the
Yeah.
difference? Because it
So-
sounds the same. I wonder
Yeah.
what the difference is.
HIE is a brain injury caused by oxygen deprivation or reduced blood flow and can sometimes lead to CP. CP is a neurological motor disorder that affects movement and posture, and is also often caused by brain damage, including damage from HIE.
Wait, so is HIE like just a less severe then, or?
I don't know. They seem the same, even though I just read that and on how they're different, they seem
Yeah,
the same. you
I'm
know?
like, I'm not seeing a difference
I'll
here.
share my screen so you can see what I'm
Because
saying.
I'm like, where's the difference?
Do you see it?
Oh God, it's a long name. It's BP are related, but yeah. So I guess HIE just leads to CP
It
potentially.
can, yeah.
Yeah, but CP can't lead to HIE, roughly for which IE will also be diagnosed with. Oh,
Oh, see, HIE is the leading cause of CP. That's
why?
what happened to me. Like, I was not breathing.
Mm.
And so, right? Yeah. It's,
Okay.
You had a stroke in utero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's different, right?
Yeah. So for you, I guess, yeah, yours is totally different than mine. Okay, so yours led to see. Oh my God.
So I had HIV. See, this is a new thing, way new, diagnosis. I don't even think they had this when I was born, HIV.
Yeah, I wonder why they created it. So weird. I mean,
Maybe to differentiate, the causes of CP. Maybe.
right, I get that seems to be it, because yeah, like I seem like okay, yours now that HIV exists, yours led
You
yeah,
know what? I just saw something too. So
what?
my friend with the baby with HIV, she where I used to go to high school, there's now a teacher who has a son with severe CP.
Uh-oh.
And so my friend, I'm not gonna say her name right now, she introduced me to this couple, and they seem like they do not want anything to do with me, which is fine.
Oh
But
my
then,
no.
so I met him before, a couple months before. I took my daughter to this trunk or treat that was at the high school I went to, and they were there. So my friend acted as the middleman, kind of, hey, this is Sarah, she has
Right,
CP, which is fine. If they don't want to talk to me, I'm totally cool with it.
right, not everyone's gonna wanna.
Right, which is fine. I mean, it's probably a little scary seeing me, but
Oh.
I think though, can you imagine? Maybe it is.
No, you're not scary. The first time I met you, I wasn't like, oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying though, but if say you were able body and
Mm-hmm.
your husband was able body and now you have a disabled son that like you were not prepared for, and then
Yeah, that's true.
I come into your life and it might be like a little too much or a little daunting.
Oh,
I
because they're
could
still
see
trying to
that.
process
Yeah,
it.
they're
Yeah, I could
processing
see.
it. Yes. So I met them again at this HIE walk, Hope for HIE, and they seemed. Oh, my friend, I don't want to say her name right now because she's dealing with stuff for her son legally, so I don't want to
Oh,
compromise that at all. So
no.
my friend introduced us again, and she told them, "Oh, Sarah had a CP podcast," and she thought that they would be interested.
Oh my
And
God.
they gave me that look like, oh,
That's rude. Like, even if internally you're dealing with a lot, like, at least act nice.
and my friend kind of put me in that situation, which I don't care. I should be telling people about this and trying to make it a bigger thing or whatever, whatever, however you want to put that. But I said, oh yes, I'll give you my number, we can correspond if you want to be on the podcast, whatever. I tried to make it like a non-committal thing, just so,
Right.
because
Leaving the ball in their court.
right, and it was kind of spring on them too, so I don't want to say, oh yeah, when are you ready,
Right. No, just keep it open, but not forced.
But after that, they would not even come by me.
That's
Like they were
weird.
scared.
Okay,
they
that's really rude.
they were scared. Like they would here. This is also my perspective, and there's two sides to every story. So maybe
True.
I'm taking it wrong, but it seemed to me like
Yeah,
they
this
were
is really
just blatantly avoiding me, so they didn't have to deal with that. Like
yeah, it's almost like they're just trying to run away from the whole thing. Like they're almost like in denial that maybe like this is our life, and talking to you would make it more real.
more real. Yeah, so that's what
Yeah,
it
that's not your fault. You were just trying to help, like provide a resource and then like an open space where they could come on here, and it's like, yeah, that's not your fault.
Yeah, I just found it an odd situation though. Put me in a weird spot. And maybe it put them in
Yeah.
a weird spot too. So I don't know how to kind of, now that I'm looking back at it, I guess I get it. What do you think? What's your take on it?
I guess, yeah, like how you were saying, when they're two able-bodied people, they don't really know anyone with disabilities, and you're expecting a healthy kid, and that's all you want is like, and I'm not saying like we're unhealthy, but like you get what I, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I can imagine that would kind of be heart crushing because you do want the best for your kid. And when you don't know like anyone with a disability, you probably think, shit, my child's fucked, even though that's not the case.
Yeah.
And so then you come in here and you're like, oh, I have this podcast, I have CP. I'm not trying to
Mhm.
put any blame on you. I'm not like, and
No, yeah.
for them, it's like, they're like, oh my God, this how I was kind of saying, it's like, wow, that they're like, this is real. But for me, if I was in their position, I mean, I know my perspective's jaded because I do have CP, but I'm trying to
Mhm.
imagine myself as
Right.
able-bodied parents. I would be like, oh my God, look, there's this woman with CP. She has a kid. Like she's married or not married, but yeah, like she's in
Yeah.
engaged. She's this
Yeah.
long-term relationship. Like that is I would think like that's inspiring and she's opening this resource to connect with me, whether it's just to talk or she even has this podcast where I can get more insight and maybe I could share my experiences to feel less alone. Like to me, I would think that's beautiful. It would help me feel less alone.
Mhm.
But I know some people's response because I guess you could say what happened to I don't know if it's necessarily traumatic, but it's like something unwanted. They just run away. Like that's their way to cope.
Yeah.
It's like just don't acknowledge it. Like it just shove it under the rug. So I get where they're coming from, but I don't that wouldn't have been what I would have done. But maybe it's easier to say because I'm not in the situation.
And I realized that people who have no experience with people, disabled people, they clam up. Like they
Yeah.
truly do not know how to act.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
It's
that's so
it
that
shows.
it shows what?
It shows how they were raised kinda too, you know.
Mhm.
There are people who are ignorant on every side of the spectrum, whether
Yeah.
you're extremely rich and affluent or you're poor and you have nothing.
Yeah.
Like I've learned that both sides, if they never experience disability, they both act or respond in the same way.
Mhm.
They're like, oh God, what? This is, you know, crazy. Like they
Yeah.
don't know how to respond.
Mm. Yeah, that's the thing is how you said they just don't know. And you would think it almost feels like you're a foreign creature with the way they react. And I don't know if you can entirely blame them. I guess it's just because they don't know. But at the same time, I feel like, okay, you may not know and it may be your first encounter, but do you not know empathy? Do you not know basic manners?
Right.
Just be
Right.
so like outlandish and
Hmm.
blatantly rude. Like, okay, it's new to you, but you know basic humanity, no? I don't know. That was
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That makes sense.
Are you just saying that?
No, 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 it does. Makes
Okay, I'm
perfect sense.
glad.
Thank you for listening. As always, we want to be a voice for the CP community, offering our experiences, insight, and advice. We want to help anyone feeling alone. We are your CP friend, and hopefully, one episode at a time, we can change the narrative on CP. Thank you for listening, and if you ever want to be a guest, feel free to contact either me or
Please.
Tanya. And have a great week. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.